If you have tight piriformis issues like sciatica, then what's likely going on is that tight piriformis is compressing the backside of your pelvis. This is putting pressure on the sciatic nerve, and the action required to open up that space is hip internal rotation.
Amazingly, everything he said was completely untrue. First of all, the sacroiliac joint is basically fused. It only moves between 1 and 3 degrees, basically doesn't move at all, unlike his very misleading model. Beyond that, it's covered by a very strong ligamentous matrix. It's not going anywhere. It's not out of place. You don't need to put it back into place. It's not a real thing. And even if we were worried about the piriformis or piriformis syndrome, it does not compress the sciatic nerve because piriformis syndrome is characterized specifically by pain in the glute or buttock that does not radiate down the leg, as contrasted by sciatica, which does radiate down the leg. And how do we know that the sciatic nerve is genuinely compressed? Because it creates genuine nerve compression symptoms like shooting pain down the leg. So we don't need to worry about nerve compression from the piriformis muscle, because if you were really compressing the sciatic nerve, you'd know. You'd have shooting pain down the whole leg. Beyond that, piriformis syndrome is widely overdiagnosed. And by the way, Connor Harris is not a doctor and can't diagnose in the first place. But if we were worried about the piriformis muscle, we would not be worried about the SI joint or nerve compression from pelvic position. We would be worried about these anatomical variations like type 4 variation, where the sciatic nerve literally pierces through the piriformis muscle, or type 5, where the piriformis muscle pierces through the sciatic nerve. Sounds scary, but guess what? We wouldn't even worry about it then, because if you develop pain, well, guess what? You've had this variation your whole life. So why now? Why do you suddenly have pain now? So we still would have to blame other lifestyle factors or events. And even then, we still wouldn't blame the sciatic nerve and the piriformis muscle and the pelvic positioning or the SI joint or any of that stuff, because what we see here with this MRI study, they looked at MRIs of over 1,000 people, and what they found was that there was no significant difference between the prevalence of piriformis syndrome, buttock pain, or sciatica between normal and variant sciatic nerve anatomy, meaning your piriformis muscle, sciatic nerve, and SI joint positioning does not matter. Stop focusing on that. Start focusing on gradual exposure to full body strength and conditioning, as well as lifestyle changes. And if you want me to thoroughly debunk these outdated myths, comment 291 and I will send you our full YouTube video.